Fighting for freedom, liberty, and the restoration of the Constitution. The Patrick Riggins Show. Call in now at 865-243-8255. That's 243-TALK. And now your host, Patrick Riggins.
Welcome back to the Patrick Riggins Show. Playing a little court jar there. That's Tori on the drums.
Thank you.
Sounding really good. They'll be playing this Saturday night at the Well. They're on Kingston Pike, correct?
Yes. Next Saturday night.
9 o'clock?
Start 9:30, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are second.
Yes.
Yeah, so you ought to go down there and hear him right next to Lenny's Sub Shop. And it's the shopping center with Long's.
Yes.
Long's Drugstore. Way to add to the color commentary there.
You like that?
Tori, yes.
I'm just letting you talk. Yes.
Yes.
No, it's Phoenix Bloom will be playing first, then us Court Jar, and finishing up the night will be Gorilla Sun. So
get down there and listen to him.
Rock.
Yeah. Listen to Tori. You can see him on the webcam, now you can see him live.
And Patrick will be there signing autographs.
I'll be there
all night.
Signing autographs.
Shaking hands, hugging babies.
Cussing babies, whatever you want.
Did you say kissing or cussing?
I don't know. Me and kids don't get along too well.
Babies.
So. Cussing babies. All right. Here in the last segment of the show, I'd like to address the upcoming anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attack on our country. This Tuesday will mark the 11th anniversary of this event, and while it is easy to rally around the flag and country, I'd like you to remember how successful terrorists really have been. A small success of theirs was the original attack in which they killed many innocent people. But the real achievement that they had has been crippling this country with huge amounts of war debt and war casualties, while simultaneously killing off our privacy, our freedoms, and our liberties. That's right, I meant to use that word. I said killing off our privacy, our freedoms, and our liberties. Because if they had merely been taken or temporarily suspended, there might be a chance at getting them back. But as I see it now, I just don't think that's going to happen unless we really pull together as Americans and demand it. Right now, we have two candidates running for office. We have other smaller parties running candidates, but in reality, there are only two with a shot at being president, neither of which really, truly believe in the intelligence of the average citizen. They don't believe you can make the important decisions in your life. They don't believe you can be trusted to plan ahead, that you cannot make the correct decisions concerning your money, your health, your environment, or anything. What I try to do on this radio show is motivate you, the listener, to stand up and demand your representatives in Congress that they stop this outright attack on America. And yes, it is an attack. Just like the terrorists attacked us, we are told, because they didn't like and still don't like our lifestyle, the American way of life. And what is that exactly? It's freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Our government, meaning Congress and their proxies, have made it almost impossible to enjoy any of these things. These rights we are supposed to be able to relish because they are natural rights. Rights we enjoy because we are human, not because we are Americans, because we are human. Our American system of government is supposed to protect and preserve those rights, and frequently, that is why people get confused about them. They are not just American rights. They are natural human rights. Throughout history, governments and rulers have fought against these natural rights because recognizing and respecting them diminishes their power over others. Here in America, we formed a government to try and stop this sort of oppression, and we are now having it all over again. I guess in reality, from the founding, we have had problems with power-hungry politicians, but that is a topic for another show. For some reason, we have people in this country who have no problem with being oppressed. Of course, the ones in charge are all for oppression because they are the ones at the top who are trying to run everyone's life. But for the life of me, I cannot figure out why others down here in the trenches with us are so eager to sell out their fellow countrymen. But then again, we have always had traitors in every conflict who will try and buy power, gifts, or some other dispensation from those in charge. And usually they have no misgivings about purchasing these handouts with the blood of their fellow citizens if need be. Now, I think, and I don't know, I might be alone on this, but I don't think so. I think these people need to be called out. If you have friends, neighbors, co-workers who are actively supporting one of these candidates who are hostile towards the American ideal, you need to educate them in the error of their ways. It won't be easy. They will resist you because a lot of people don't want to admit they were wrong, or they've been duped, or haven't thought out their positions. If you don't want to risk losing a friend or making an enemy, just have them listen to this radio show for a few weeks. I guarantee if they listen with an open mind, they will be agreeing with you within a month. Now, it may sound cocky or arrogant, and I'm not trying to be. This radio show deals with issues head on. I don't sit here and make excuses or not address something because it would be inconsistent with what I'm saying on a weekly basis. The nice thing about being an American and believing in American ideals is that you are consistent. I frequently say I'm a libertarian, but the more I look at it, I would call it more of an original American, someone who stands for freedom and liberty of the individual. Believing the individual can make the best decision concerning their future and their country's future without a lot of so-called guidance or directives from a central government, or any government for that matter. No, it's freedom which has made this country great. This country used to mean total freedom for people living here, not just the citizens, but anyone living within our borders. With that freedom was the restriction to allow others their freedom as well. Abiding by that enabled this country to flourish as no other country in history has. The key is, and I mentioned this at the start of the show and pretty much have alluded to it throughout this whole show, will we fight to keep it? I hope over this coming week you will agree with me that it is worth the fight and you are willing to help us out with it. Get into the trenches and start getting this country turned around. We're up on the show here again. Just a really quick show here. It always goes by quickly. If you want more information about the show, you can go to facebook.com/Patrick Riggins Show. You can also go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ again, Patrick Riggins Show. And there you can get all the archive shows and even this show probably tomorrow. Oh, and you can also email us at patrickrigginsshow@gmail.com. patrickrigginsshow@gmail.com. Join me next Sunday afternoon where once again we'll talk about freedom, liberty, and the restoration of the Constitution. This is Patrick Riggins, and we'll see you next Sunday afternoon at 4. Have a great week.
Join us again next week for a solid dose of truth on the Patrick Riggins Show every Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. Be there.